Hey there, in this video I'm going to be talking about the secret to Pokemon GO evolutions. You might think that evolutions are boring and take too long, and you would be right. You'd be totally valid in saying that, and I get it. I get it. I honestly know, like if I pull up, sorry, I'm just getting distracted catching some things here, but if I pull up my evolutions, let's see, it's somewhere down here. I've done a lot of them. I've done 11,339. So if each evolution, let's do a little quick math equation, 11,339, if I do each of those and it costs 15 seconds, divide that by 60, that's equivalent to 47 hours straight of doing evolutions. Yeah, I honestly couldn't answer you why I'm doing that or have done that, but it gets better. So basically when you catch a Pokemon, they will give you candy. Obviously that's a pretty basic thing of the game, and you want to evolve certain Pokemon, but only for like success, not for actually XP. Well, I do it for clearing out candy and getting XP and just getting better Pokemon all the time. Part of the game of doing evolutions is doing it when you want to and not when you feel like you have to. If you come across like a double XP event, I don't think there's one right now, or hasn't been one for a little bit now, but if there's some kind of double XP event, especially double XP for evolutions, I guarantee you that people are mass evolving and you want to get in that craze. And so this video is just about some of the secrets to evolution, even though it can seem like a boring or tedious task. So I just caught all those mons there. Oh my gosh, I've got so much more to catch, but you can pull up things, and these couple Pokemon I've caught are actually perfect examples. So if I click on Mischievous, I've got 2,000 candy. I'll tell you why I have 2,000 Mischievous candy. First of all, it's a so-so mon for like competitively, but also I need a Sinnoh Stone to evolve it and 100 candies. So max here, I could only get 20 evolutions out of all of my Mischievouses and spend all my 2,000 candy, and I need a stone, an item. If you guys didn't know, you could actually type in item, and it will show you every single Pokemon that you can currently evolve with an item. So notice how the Mischievous doesn't show up because I don't have a Sinnoh Stone on me right now, but I have plenty of Unova Stones. Same goes for like Onyx and Metal Coats. I've got plenty of those. The problem with item evolutions is not only that it costs an item, which sometimes isn't a problem, sometimes you get too many. I've got plenty of some of the other items. Like if I look at, like, I've got 81 King's Rocks here. I don't need all 81 of my King's Rocks. It just costs a lot of candy, and you don't want to do evolutions that cost a lot of candy because I bet you probably don't have a whole lot of extra candy to bounce around if you're doing evolutions for mass. Another thing that's important is knowing which Pokemon are on the other end. So like if I click on Seedot takes 25 candy to evolve. That is the perfect Pokemon to evolve, and I've got a lot of candy doing it. Seedot's had a community day. I've evolved so many Seedot, it's actually comical, and it's a good Pokemon to evolve because it's just an easy catch, easy evolution, and I probably use pin-apps more often when I see them because I know that they're a cheaper evolution. So here you see I've got a Nuzleaf. If I actually go to the Pokédex of Nuzleaf, I've caught 283 Nuzleaf. I haven't actually caught that many, but man, have I evolved a lot of Seedot over the years because I want to get that quick evolution. Another prime example is Caterpie. It gets even lower. 12 candy to evolve. So if I click on evolution here, the Caterpie is perfect. It's a Gen 1 Mon. I guarantee you if you look through your boxes, you got a ton of candy. And what you can do is create a text chain. I'll put mine in the description, but you do a really long text chain for which Pokemon you want to keep and transfer. And so when you mass transfer, it'll save them. So I'll show you mine here. I just do this little bullet point at the end, and when I push space, it shows me all the Pokemon I want to transfer. So I could select all and transfer, but I've got some in there I don't want to transfer. But you could save Pokemon like Pidgey, Caterpie, Weedle, any of those bug types that do just 12 candy for an evolution, and you're saving a lot of bang for your buck. And you can see I've got so much Caterpie candy, so if I want to do a mass evolution, that would be a good one to target. Another way to do it really simply, I always like to do like exclamation mark 4-star, which means no hundos will be transferred. You could also do exclamation mark shiny, so no shinies will be transferred. And then now you can do and evolve. And this will show you all of the Pokemon. I've got 865 Pokemon right now that can evolve. Now, some of these you don't want to evolve for whatever reason. I've got plenty of costume Pokemon I don't want to evolve, plenty of Pokemon that are just like not worth the evolution. I should probably transfer. And then if you go up to some of your recent ones, you'll be like, oh wow, I didn't realize I had so many Cutiefly. I should evolve some of those or transfer them. I don't know. You can tell I play this game a lot. I've got 2,000 candy for a lot of these mons, like Lillipup, another good one to evolve, only costs 25 candy. But I think my advice is also make sure you're saving candy for Pokemon that are actually good. Shelgon, a perfect example. Yeah, I can blow 100 Bagon candy on evolving Shelgon, but I'm not going to because Bagon or Salamence is a perfect Pokemon, and that waiting paid off because recently I just got myself my first Hundo Salamence. Look at that. Actually, can I max them out in this video? I sure can. So I'll max them out here for you. 4239, and all of a sudden that candy just shot down because I needed it so bad. But yeah, now I've got myself a Hundo Salamence. Can I tag it? I'll tag it as level 50 here. Perfect. And maybe a little Hundo and Buddymon as well. So I don't know what kind of system you guys have for taking track of your Pokemon, but it is definitely a good strategy. Also, one last thing of advice is sometimes I know I should be evolving Pokemon and I just don't want to. You can see I save up my Pinapps all the time. I'm always saving my Pinapps for just catching Mons. Right now I've got too many, so I'm trying to go through my Pinapps so I don't use them all. I probably have way too many all the time, but right now I've got 319. But all that to say, if you use Pinapps all the time, you actually get a ton of candy, and these are Mons I don't even see. I don't even see Fungus that often, but I've somehow got 1100 candy, which is plenty, 220 evolutions. So, sorry, not 220, 22. Bad math there. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. I hope that this helped people, because it is honestly a huge part of the game if you can utilize it right. Sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes it is. If you're sitting somewhere in public and bored for a half hour, go ahead and throw a lucky egg down. I'm not going to, but go ahead and throw a lucky egg down and do mass evolutions, and hopefully you've kept enough Mons in your box so you can evolve a bunch. But when I go through my boxes, it helps me immensely to evolve Pokemon, and then if I don't want them, I transfer them, or it helps me transfer other Pokemon. So thank you for watching. I hope this helped, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.